What's up everybody, it's your boy Zen here again. Today I'm coming back at you with another video, and it hasn't been 3 months this time. Guess I'm keeping my promises. So let's try to be consistent throughout 2019 and give a constant stream of uploads. Really gonna try not to jinx myself right there. So, let's jump into the actual video for today. Today I'm gonna talk about 9 things I realized throughout my first semester in college. These are conclusions I came to through my own experiences. This could be different depending on what college or university you're going to. But let's just assume that it's all the same. We're gonna go in here, we're gonna have a fun time. I got some notes on my phone this time, so if I'm looking at my phone and I didn't cut this out, that was very unprofessional, but let's try. So, the first point I'm going to make is teachers are more approachable than they were made out to be in high school. When I was in high school, I was told a lot that the teachers in college weren't going to be approachable at all because they teach classes to sometimes over 300 students at a time. But due to me going to a graphic design course and our course being on a separated campus outside of Ghent, it's actually a lot smaller, there's a lot less students there, and you have a lot more of a personal connection with the professors that teach you. It's fairly easy to just go up to them, talk to them after class, or send them an email through the school email system. Second thing I realized is that it's important to go to class. I don't know how different education systems work throughout the world, but here in Belgium, you basically have 2 types of classes you can take. You have the required classes and you have the optional classes. So what that basically means is you always have to go to the required classes. They take attendance, and to the optional classes you're not required to go. So sometimes whenever you get a little lazy, you might not go, but that's a bad thing because then you miss out on the first intake of the matter of the course. Third point I'm going to make today is that it's important to learn how to plan. Get yourself a journal, some kind of system, a Google agenda, I don't care, but plan quite ahead. If you know of big tasks that are going to be due by the end of the semester, schedule them. And that straight up goes into my 4th point, being learn how to compartmentalize certain assignments. Big assignments like a portfolio that you're going to be having to bring in by the end of the semester take a lot of work, and it's important to take them into bits and pieces and do them one step at a time and not postpone them, because we all know procrastination is a bitch, and you're most likely at one point in time going to be there when it's the night before the deadline and you haven't finished it. Guilty. My 5th point also relates to the last 2, being I noticed that in college, at least for me, it wasn't quite the difficulty of the tasks that increased. It was the quantity of the tasks that really increased. Because I have a lot of assignments for my graphic design courses, and it could be that every week for every class I have an assignment, and that takes up a lot of time. Then next up is learn how to efficiently take notes. So this is quite a personal problem for me. I never was a fast writer, so that resulted into me taking minimal notes to none at all, and that's something bad. The problem for me is that if I do take notes, I'm quite rushed and I turn into a brainless copy machine, and that's not good either. So learn how to efficiently take notes. That's something I'm still working on myself. If you have some tips, you can leave them in the comments down below. That would be greatly appreciated. The 7th point I'm going to make is more related to socializing while you're in college. So I get that sometimes people aren't as social as others, but that doesn't mean you should avoid getting to know your classmates, because it can come in handy if you're a bad note taker like me to have a couple of friends in class which you can rely on and get notes from whenever the exams are coming into the horizon. That was a weird sentence, excuse me. No, but it's really important to get to know your classmates. Also, it's very likely that they're gonna have something in common with you because they chose the same course as you, so it can't hurt to try to get to know them. Then, the 8th point I am going to make is that you should take up a hobby if you aren't doing something in your free time already, because you're gonna be doing a lot of work for college, but you don't want to come home and just be like, I'll scroll through social media, because that's not productive at all. Learn how to build a great habit and take up a hobby, something sports related, something creative. It doesn't matter as long as you're not doing nothing in your free time. And then the last but not least, point number 9 is gonna be have fun, but be classy. Okay, we all know those people that are rude AF and just like in the last 5 minutes of class start packing their bag, start talking very unsubtle, and I get annoyed as fuck because I don't like it. I am there in the class to really try and focus on the matter, but if you start talking and you're actually louder than the professor, that's a bad thing. I'm not against fun, but keep it classy. So that was it for today, guys. Next week is probably going to be a video about my trip to London, because I am going with some classmates of mine from Monday till Thursday. I'm going to be in London, but Wednesday I'm going to go down, or actually up north to Leeds to see my boy band MAIKYA. That's going to be really exciting. So stay tuned for that. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment with tips for note taking. Also subscribe so you'll be notified for whenever I upload next. See you then. Bye.